performance. I'm pleased, and you know, we've got to look at the World Cup qualifiers and people will be able to come in. And now I've got a headache because so many people impressed me this week. So I'm delighted by that.
Steve McLaren have some serious problems with the Reggae Boyz.
Yeah, Coach, I would like to highlight Ronaldo Cephas. I looked at all the games throughout the tournament, and to me, based on what I've seen from my experience, he looked like the most dominant player in the tournament. He was unstoppable, very quick off the ball, quick into space. I know, you know, he's coming off the bench, you know, when the A team is up. How could we better integrate, you know, Cephas into a starting position, or how could we give him more opportunities, because he's such a dangerous player and he plays the same position as Demarai Grey?
Look, we had Demarai Grey in St Vincent, and we got Cephas in the team for the 2 games. I like wingers who have got speed.
Yes. Don't
come back, always go forward.
Yes.
So, you know, I watched Cephas on film before I came to Jamaica, and I thought, wow, what's he doing on the bench? And he was an impact player, and a very good one, and he's grown and grown, and you know, he's putting in the performance. This is what I like about the wingers: speed, but delivery, execution, but also do the defensive work. So yeah, it's an interesting conundrum that I've got, because we have Demarai Grey coming in, we've got Leon Bailey as well. We've got, you know, we've introduced other people. I've been impressed with Atkinson during training and coming on, did a tough job on that right hand side. And Roman Burrell, you know, has been a big plus as well.
Welcome back to On Scene Sports TV. My name is Coach Javon Parchment, and today we want to talk about Steve McLaren and the issues that he's facing right now with the Reggae Boyz. Like, subscribe, and share to Unseen Sports TV so that you can be filled with information, sporting content. Yes, people. All right, let's get straight into it. So, why Unseen Sports is saying that Steve McLaren have these problems? When you watch the competition, Unity Cup, and you saw Ravel Morrison, Richard King, Jonathan Russell, Kahiem Dixon, Ronaldo Cephas doing well at that competition, it is then sending a message to the coaching staff of Jamaica that, hey, I am ready. You have your A players, and I am ready to step and start over these A players, or I am ready to come in the squad. Now, there are some key questions I want to ask you, the fans, the Reggae Boyz fans, the football fans. All right? I believe that those players that I called they break down some doors. They deserve to be in the squad, the 23-man squad, going into the World Cup qualification, which is more important than any other competition right now, because we are foreseeing a spot in the World Cup. First question: Leon Bailey, Kahiem Dixon. Who should start? Based on form, based on tenacity, based on mental strength, based on who wants it more, who wants to prove to Jamaica that they are going to do the work. Drop a comment in the comment section based on that first one. So that one is Kahiem Dixon versus Leon Bailey. Want to hear your opinion on that one. The next matchup in the middle of the park is going to be whether Jonathan Russell starts with Isaac Aiden, or Bobby Reid comes in, Kasey Palmer. What we do with Kasey Palmer there, and Natty there. So in that area, there's some issues. We know that Lati Bodier can go into the right back position because of a right back issue right now. And also, Demarai Grey can also play number 10. Demarai Grey play on the wide area. And I so come to the Demarai Grey question as well. But in my opinion, I would, for starting, it has to be Jonathan Russell with Isaac Aiden and Bobby Reid. On the wide area, the question is Ronaldo Cephas versus Demarai Grey. Who would you start? Right now, at the moment, it is Cephas for me. 4 goals contribution in 2 games. 4 goals contribution in 2 games. And a number of assists since he started to play for Jamaica. A number of assists. So for me, I think Ronaldo Cephas is in better form right now. There are 2 players in the team that is in good form. Jonathan Russell and Ronaldo Cephas. It would be not smart to put these players on the bench and come up with this, this talk that Ronaldo Cephas is an impact player and, Kahiem Dixon is an impact player. We need to put the players out there who wants it more, who is going to go out there and play for the country, the crest, and put in the work. Not this big baller thing. We need the player who will give it and get the job done. These players played against a world-class team. World-class team with Moses, Chukwueze, these players, Ogobo, top player, Ndini, people. Nigeria is at a float team. And Jamaica stood up. Ronaldo Cephas terrorized the defenders and stuff like that. So these are the Raman Burrell should be in the squad. I'm not saying Raman Burrell should come in and start because you have a Warner Brown, Warner Brown. I think Antonio, I don't know. I wouldn't pick Antonio. Antonio needs to prove himself to me that he can come back and perform. You understand me? After that crash. Thanks be to God that he recovers and he looks okay, walking, doing interviews, stuff like that. So big up Antonio. But this is just football. Nothing personal against Antonio. Because Antonio is a big striker. If he's 100, yes, Antonio would be in my squad start. Yes. No, I think Warner Brown should get that number 1 spot over Bowser. Based on the last game that he played for Jamaica and also based on what he was doing at his club in Mexico. Nothing at all. Not seeing nothing from Bowser. So right now, Warner Brown for me take that spot. Yeah? Warner Brown for me take that spot. Raman Burrell should be in the squad. Raman Burrell should be in the squad. I like that player. Keep non-stop running, always in the box. No, as an eye for goal. Do anything to get the ball in the back of the net. That is the player that we want and willing to work hard for Jamaica. Willing to work hard for Jamaica. Put everything on the line, everything out there on the pitch. That is the player we need in our squad. Big up Raman Burrell, big up Jonathan Russell. Wonderful performance from them. So, it's going to be hard for Steve McLaren and the coaching staff to really sit down and try to fix that dynamic. Find that balance. Find that set of players that work together on the pitch cohesively. Right? And I think a lot of things was learned from this Unity Cup in terms of it's not all about the big names. It's about who will take instruction, go out there, apply it on the pitch, and work with the coach. Steve McLaren, they say, if it hasn't been broken, do not fix it. Add to it. And make it be fluid. Yeah? It's going to be a hard task for you to figure who to start, what time you're going to put on the next player. But for me, in sports, and as a coach, as a media personnel, I believe you should go with stats, current stats, and also player who show tenacity, hard work, and willingness to go out there to fight and put it out all on the table. Anyway, people, drop on a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this question that I'm asking you. Unseen Sports, 1C, and I'm out.